You know I love getting prepared, it just makes me feel better. Today we're going to talk about 40 items you may have forgotten to prep because honestly everybody can always use some of these items. Do I have duct tape in my pantry? You bet I do. Duct tape fixes everything. So let's dive right into this list. First up, and I know you already saw this one coming, is duct tape. Make sure to have several rolls of duct tape in your pantry because, trust me, you will use it. You can even get it in cute colors now. Not that that matters in an emergency, but hey, why not add a little cheer to your preps, right? Next up, we have coffee filters. They're great for straining things. They can be used as a quick and easy snack bowl if you're in a pinch, and you can even use them to start a fire. Definitely have a stack of coffee filters somewhere easily accessible in your pantry or kitchen. Now, let's talk about salt. A large bag of salt is remarkably inexpensive and it can be stored for decades. Salt is essential for preserving food, so it's a must-have for any pantry. Plus, you can use it for de-icing your sidewalks in the winter. Backup fuel. Be prepared for power outages. Power outages happen, and when they do, you'll be glad you have a backup source of fuel. Propane is a great option because it stores well and can be used for a variety of purposes. You can use it for your grill, a propane heater, or even a generator if you have one. Dawn dish soap, the cleaning powerhouse. Dawn dish soap is seriously like magic in a bottle. It's not just for dishes, it's good for so many different things. You can use it to remove stains, clean your bathroom, wash your car, and even get rid of fleas on your pets. Make sure you have a good supply of Dawn dish soap on hand for all your cleaning needs. Powdered milk, a shelf-stable milk alternative. Powdered milk might not be the most glamorous item on this list, but it's a lifesaver in emergencies. It has a long shelf life, so you can store it for years without it going bad. You can use it for drinking, baking, or even just adding to your coffee or tea. Flour and cornmeal are pantry staples that everyone should have on hand. They're essential for baking bread, biscuits, and other goodies. Plus, you can use them to thicken soups and stews. Having a backup of flour in your freezer is not a bad idea to stop the time clock on it. Yeast is another one of those small but mighty ingredients that can make a big difference in an emergency. It's essential for baking bread, which is a valuable source of carbohydrates and comfort food. Yeast is also great for making alcoholic beverages, which can be a nice morale booster in a tough situation. Stock up on yeast and store it in your freezer to extend its shelf life. Canning is a great way to preserve food and save money. If you have a garden or just like to buy in bulk when produce is on sale, canning is a great way to make your food last longer. Stock up on canning supplies like vinegar, salt, and canning lids. These items are essential for safe and successful canning. Canning jars are another pantry essential. They're not just for canning, though. You can use them to store dried goods, leftovers, homemade salad dressings, and more. We talked about having a couple of extra propane tanks on hand earlier, but it's worth mentioning again. Propane doesn't go bad, so make sure to have multiple tanks filled and stored safely. A propane fill adapter might not be something you think about every day, but it can be a lifesaver in an emergency. If you own your big propane tank, a fill adapter allows you to fill smaller tanks yourself. In today's world, we rely on batteries for so many things. Make sure you have spare batteries for all your devices, from flashlights to radios to medical equipment. A generator is a significant investment, but it can be worth its weight in gold during a power outage. A dual fuel generator is a good option because it can run off propane or gasoline. Having an evacuation plan is crucial in an emergency. Talk to your family about what to do in case of a fire, flood, or other disasters. Designate a meeting place and make sure everyone knows how to get there. If you take prescription medications, talk to your doctor about getting an extra supply in case of an emergency. In a grid-down situation, traditional communication methods like phones and the internet may not be available. Learning ham radio is a great way to stay connected with the outside world. Having emergency radios, both hand crank and battery operated, is also essential. Having extra oil on hand is crucial for keeping your generators, vehicles, and other equipment running smoothly. Make sure you have the correct type of oil for each piece of equipment and store it in a cool, dry place. Having a supply of emergency meals can make a world of difference when you're dealing with a power outage or other emergencies. Choose meals that are easy to prepare and can be eaten without cooking. Think canned goods, protein bars, dried fruit, and nuts. Having proper rain gear is essential, especially if you live in an area prone to rain or snow. Invest in a good quality poncho, raincoat, and a pair of rubber boots. Toilet paper is one of those things we often take for granted until we don't have it. Stock up on toilet paper and don't be afraid to buy in bulk. We rely on our phones for so much these days, so it's essential to have a way to keep them charged, even when the power is out. Invest in a few extra phone chargers, including car chargers and portable power banks. A water bob is a large, heavy-duty plastic bag that you can fill with water and store in your bathtub. It's a great way to have a large supply of emergency water on hand without taking up a lot of storage space. A fuel siphon can be a lifesaver in an emergency, especially if you need to transfer fuel from one container to another. It's a simple tool that can save you a lot of time and hassle. Liquid gasket is one of those things you might not think you need until you really need it. It can be used to create a gasket for various applications, like sealing leaks in pipes or around windows. Fuses are essential for protecting your electrical systems from damage. Make sure you have a variety of fuses on hand for your car, home, and other equipment. Ladies, this one's for you. It's essential to have a supply of feminine hygiene products on hand, just in case. Having a few extra boxes on hand can give you peace of mind, knowing you're prepared. In an emergency, security becomes even more critical. Having strong padlocks and chains can help you secure your belongings and deter theft. A bolt cutter is a heavy-duty tool that can be used to cut through locks, chains, and other materials. If you need to get somewhere quickly or remove an obstacle, a bolt cutter can be a lifesaver. Plastic sheeting and tarps have a multitude of uses in an emergency. You can use them to protect your belongings from the elements, create a makeshift shelter, or even collect rainwater. Having extra extension cords and power strips can make a big difference when you're dealing with limited power sources. They can help you reach outlets that are far away and manage multiple devices at once. Having a good pair of shoes or boots is crucial for any emergency situation. Make sure you have a pair that is comfortable, durable, and appropriate for the weather conditions you might encounter. Shoe glue is a lifesaver if you need to make a quick repair to your shoes. It's a strong adhesive that can be used to fix holes, tears, and worn-out soles. In a grid-down situation, GPS and other navigation systems might not be available. Having a good old-fashioned map can help you find your way around. In an emergency, ATMs and credit card machines may not be working. Having a stash of cash on hand can help you purchase essential supplies or services. A propane lamp can provide a surprising amount of light in an emergency. Make sure you have a propane lamp and a supply of extra mantles. Extra mantles are essential for keeping your propane lamp functioning correctly. Mantles are delicate and can break easily, so it's always good to have spares on hand. Store your extra mantles in a safe, dry place. Yes, duct tape is on the list twice. It's that important. From patching holes to securing tarps to making temporary repairs, duct tape is a prepper's best friend. Make sure you have several rolls on hand. Forever. Foods are shelf-stable foods that can last for years or even decades. Some popular forever foods include rice, beans, wheat, honey, and salt. Investing in forever foods is a great way to ensure you have a source of nutrition, even in a long-term emergency. Above all, the most important thing is to stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings and take precautions to protect yourself and your loved ones. Have a plan, be prepared, and stay informed. Well, there you have it. 40, okay, maybe a few more, essential preps you might be overlooking. I hope this list was helpful in spurring your thoughts as to different things that you can prep for the situations that you are prepping for. If you want to look at some forever foods that you can stock up on that literally last forever, check out this video right here. Until next time, everybody, be safe.